WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here on this July 28th. We are at 6:32 this morning, and that means it is time to get a check of our weather with Megan Dusmal. And Megan, it is just hot outside. It just simply is. It was hot when I walked out this morning, and it'll be hot all day.
It will, and it's not going to stop anytime soon for now. We do have a little bit of relief a little farther in the forecast, but for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, just be prepared for hot temperatures. This morning, we do have a little bit of fog in the area, though. There is an alert for you. We're looking at the densest fog as you travel more into our West Virginia counties, with most of our Kentucky counties looking not too bad. We do see a little bit of some rain popping up as we're heading into Pikeville. All in all, though, it is a dry day. We do have some chances for storms this afternoon, with temperatures sitting in the 70s this morning and then very quickly warming up into those low 90s as we're heading into the afternoon. So just be prepared for yet again another hot day with the hottest temperatures as you're heading into that 4 o'clock time frame. Amelia.
One man is dead after an ATV crash in Perry County Friday. The sheriff's office says it happened at Bull Creek in the Gordonsville community. The person involved in the crash was pronounced dead at the scene and later identified as 28-year-old Joseph Brett Ray of Bulin. State police are investigating a shooting in Letcher County. Officials say a state trooper and a sheriff's deputy went to a home in Whitesburg because of a domestic dispute. When they arrived, a man ran into the woods and pointed a gun at them. That's when KSP says both officers shot the man. He was taken to the hospital and is stable. KSP is investigating what happened. First responders were on the scene of a work-related death Friday afternoon at Rural King. It happened along US 60 at the Camp Landing Entertainment District. Officials say the victim has been identified as 43-year-old Jesse Graham of Georgetown, Kentucky. According to the Boyd County Coroner's Office, Graham was working on an air conditioning unit at the time of this incident. His body was taken to Frankfort for an autopsy. A Southern Kentucky family is asking questions after a collision between a deputy sheriff and a side-by-side vehicle. It happened Thursday night near Corbin in Knox County. State police are investigating, but say the crash happened when the side-by-side did not stop for the deputy. WYMT's Phil Pendleton takes a closer look at the tragic end of this traffic stop.
A side-by-side was being pursued by a Knox County deputy, 39-year-old Michael Ashurst, when police say 21-year-old Todd St. John would not stop.
We just really don't know exactly what happened or why it happened the way it happened.
St. John was killed when the side-by-side flipped over. His family has a lot of questions.
We don't even know. The passenger said that the deputy clipped them, I don't know, and caused them to flip. And I mean, I don't know, but if that's the case, that's just wrong. That took the kid's life.
Knox County Sheriff Mike Smith tells me that he did contact Kentucky State Police to investigate this crash. He tells me that the deputy has been placed under administrative leave.
It's just a sad situation here in Knox County between all parties. State police are here to investigate, to reconstruct the collision, to figure out exactly what caused this collision.
His family says Todd St. John leaves behind a fiance and 2 small children.
I think that everything will come out, that it will be brought to light of what really happened, and there will be justice for him.
Police say St. John was not wearing a seatbelt. A 20-year-old passenger was belted and was not injured. In Knox County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Police have not said what led to Deputy Ashcraft wanting to pull the side-by-side over. They say the deputy was not hurt in that crash. Police responded to a hit-and-run collision Thursday involving a car and an Amish buggy in Bath County. Witnesses say the driver struck the Amish buggy, got out to check damage, and then drove away, not offering help to 3 injured children. When the buggy was hit, the horse ran off. Bath County native Savannah Curtis says she was on the way home from work talking to her boyfriend.
I was on the phone with him, and then I saw the horse running down the road with part of the buggy still attached. The horse had went It was on the left side of like the gas station where the Dollar General is. And it kind of walked into that field, so we all kind of just grabbed a hold of it.
Montgomery County Police found the suspect, 21-year-old Ricardo Salas, at an address in Mount Sterling. Police say he showed signs of impairment and they could smell alcohol. Police say they found Salas's car in Sharpsburg with a tarp covering the front end damage. There were 2 parts of his car that were left at the scene that matched up with the damage. Police say Salas was taken to the hospital and given a blood test. A high school basketball star in Wayne County was killed in a car crash. Friday, we told you about a rollover crash along Highway 1275. It happened just before 4:30 Friday afternoon. The Wayne County Sheriff says a driver ran off the road, hit a tree stump, and was ejected. He was taken to the hospital with serious injuries and was later pronounced dead. The sheriff identified the driver as Caleb Rice. Caleb was a student at Wayne County High School. He played for the high school's basketball team. In a Facebook post, the team shared Caleb had been named Rookie of the Year in May. The school district says they'll continue to provide counseling services and resources to students and staff as they cope with this devastating loss. About 2 weeks ago, people across the Commonwealth received the state's first Ian alert. It was for a missing boy from Hart County who wandered away from his home. He was later found dead. The coroner says he drowned. Ian alerts are meant to alert the public when a child with autism or another disability goes missing. It's named after Ian Sousis, a 9-year-old who also wandered away and drowned. Ian's grandmother says her heart fell when she got the alert, but she said it worked as intended.
Ian's life has to mean something. And an alert system would really be a big thing.
Rhonda O'Brien says the goal is now to spread awareness about these alerts and tweak them as needed. Well, Perry County is seeing some economic developments. Some projects have been in the works and completion is drawing near. The transition of the old Leatherwood School becoming a new lodge is a project officials are working on, and construction is in the near future for the Buckhorn Water Plant. Judge Executive Scott Alexander says another project on the list is the Rowdy Trailhead.
We've got our Rowdy Trailhead that we're really close to going to bid. We're waiting on release from the federal government, so we hope by the spring, no later than summer, we'll have those 30+ slots available for people to come in and camp.
Alexander says he is thankful for the collaboration and support from local, state, and federal partners for making these projects possible. A groundbreaking ceremony was held Friday afternoon in Corbin. The Corbin Center, which is next to the arena, is expanding. Officials say it'll be positioned to host larger state and regional conferences. Senate President Robert Stivers and Corbin Mayor Susie Rasmus were at the groundbreaking reception as well. 2 new hotels under one roof are also being built near the Corbin Center. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources is hosting a special statewide Hunter Education Day this Saturday, August 2nd. The department will offer 20 in-person hunter education classes and live-free fire range days at locations across the state. This is held in conjunction with National Shooting Sports Month. To learn more and register, visit the department's Hunter Education website. A new study links dementia to air pollution. Researchers from the University of Cambridge found long-term exposure to air pollution from car exhaust emissions, wood-burning stoves, fireplaces, and construction dust were all robustly linked to dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Researchers used data from almost 30 million people, mainly in Europe and the U.S., which represent wealthier nations.
Where this is a huge limitation is because we're not fully capturing the risk faced by the populations in low and middle income countries who often face much higher pollution concentrations. And therefore, I think that the burden is likely underestimated in our study.
Scientists expect the number of people with dementia worldwide could triple by the year 2050. Lawrence County's own Tyler Childers released his new album, Snipe Hunter, on Friday. And to celebrate, fans gathered at record stores across the country, including Orbitz Records in Barboursville, West Virginia. Fans had a chance to listen through the album and buy a special variant of the vinyl, only available at indie record stores.
I'm super excited. So I was at work last night when the album dropped, so I listened to the whole thing at midnight. So I wanted to wait for the record player, but I don't have my record player right now, so.
Tyler Childers and Chris Stapleton will perform Saturday, September 20th at Healing Appalachia in Ashland, a festival that he co-founded.
Temperatures this morning are still sitting in the low 70s for most of the region, but you'll notice it is still on the warmer side as we travel towards Wayne County, Kentucky. 78 degrees in Monticello. And then on the opposite end of the coverage area, we're looking at 68 degrees in Wise and Clintwood. This afternoon, though, everyone will be looking at a mixture of the upper 80s and low 90s. Feels like temperatures will be in the upper 90s. So make sure you're staying hydrated and in the shade. As we head into that satellite radar, what we're looking at is just a little bit of some rain being picked up in Pike County, and we'll continue to see those slight chances of rain throughout the day. Here's a look at that forecast. In the morning, we're going to see again those slight chances of rain, temperatures in the low 70s. We'll see temperatures in the low 80s in the middle of the day, and then by the time we're heading into the evening, we do have those slight chances for some storms, temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s. Amelia.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:42.